Hey everybody, what is up? We are back with another episode of the album reviews series. The lights haven't been turned off yet on this, so we must be
Yeah,
something
keyword.
right. Oh god. Today we have a very special double whammy, I guess. We have two really great EPs that we want to talk to you guys about. But before we get into that, Noah, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing all right. I'm
You
feeling a little
okay?
rough today. Stayed up way too late last night. I'm getting way too old to do that.
Yeah, same. Same. Man, I don't. Aging is gonna kick me in the ass. I'm gonna say that right now. Um, but yeah, cool. I'm glad that despite that, you had like a good week. You know, anything in the news really stick out to you that you were just like, what is happening?
uh,
News
Not
that.
really. I try to ignore what's happening in the world the
Oh,
best I can.
I
That's
meant more in like the music world.
oh well,
Most.
yeah. We're about to talk about the thing I was most hyped for
Okay.
happening this week.
Okay, cool. I will say that the most insane thing I saw today, music-wise, was the Tom DeLonge cake that showed up on the British Bake Off.
That was
Wow.
great.
What the Go. We talked about that in the main podcast, so be sure to go check out that and you know, Google it and be haunted for the rest of your life because I will never forget those eyes. Oh my God. Okay, so we're gonna start off with talking about Wilmette, band out of Chicago. I hope I'm pronouncing their name right. I will feel really bad if I'm not. But yeah, they are so sick. They're super energetic, have a very in-your-face style that's like heavy but still very melodic. I don't feel like it fits into just like one genre. Like it
Not even
reminded me
close.
they're like a blend of so many bands that I love to me. Like I got a lot of like hints of Belmont, like Rise Again at some points, The Story So Far at some points. It's wow. Just wow.
I got a little day to remember in there too.
Mm. I can see that. I can see that now as like you say that. But yeah, let's go ahead and start talking about it. It's a 6-track EP. Um First starts off with the first track, duh.
I'd hope
It's called
so.
Show and Tell. I don't Wow, way to go, me. Starts off with Show and Tell. And all I'm gonna say, and this will be a reoccurring theme that I'm gonna say a lot about this EP. It has very sick screams, and it just like
Yeah, it
pushes
does.
you. It like does not take any time to ease you into it. It just like snatches you and pushes you or pulls you into the EP immediately. And it's just I wow. It was very high energy. Like this song made me want to mosh in my apartment alone. You know, like the clean vocals on this are like so crisp and the tone is so great. And like I said earlier, the screams are just top tier. So, yeah, that was very very happy with how this EP started.
I love how it just goes right into it. You hit play and it's instantly just like, oh, here we go.
Yep. It doesn't take any, it's just like we're going. Like
We're going 0 to 100 real quick.
yep. Yep.
I love his voice though.
Oh
His
my God.
singing voice is super clean and really nice, and then his screams are just all around just a great vocalist. That was
Yeah.
the first thing I noticed about this band.
Yeah. They're like you can tell that like all of them not only work really hard but just have like talent like oozing out of them. Like
Oh yeah.
I really hope we see more of them in the future. But yeah, moving from show and tell, we are then given the gift that is Adderall. This is one of my favorite songs on this EP. And the music video was really funny for this. It, features classic aliens and astronauts kind of situation. And again, great screams. Like I just strong vocals and I don't know. There were a lot of comments on the YouTube video that was like, "Wow, I'm really glad that YouTube ads has my information because they sent me this gem." I was like, wow, yeah, accurate.
Accurate.
Same.
This is such a catchy song.
Mhm.
I love how catchy it is. Before the first chorus, I was already just like, this is a good song. This is
Yeah.
going to be great.
Yeah.
I love the mixing and mastering effects throughout this whole thing too, but especially on this song. Like I always listen to music like albums or EPs for the first time over my Beat Studios.
Mhm.
And throughout this whole EP, they have pans left to right. They things fade in, fade out. Like it's just really cool, like post production, like effects they added in there.
Yeah, I will say that like this is definitely an EP that if you listen to it with headphones, like it'll be such a well, okay, I won't say it's such a different experience. It like is
It is,
it
but it
is a
isn't.
different experience. Yeah, it is a different experience. Excuse me. I'll eat my words now. It is a different experience whenever you're listening to it with just headphones. Because I listened to it first, like with just my speaker blasting in my apartment. I'm pretty sure my neighbor now hates me. But you know, listening to it with it just all coming at you at once, and then like taking the time to like put the headphones in and then experience it ear to ear, like you said, with all the mastering and mixing like effects that were put into it, like it's mind blowing. It's great.
It is.
Yeah. Also, I feel like that the fact that they did so much with the mix, like uh kind of like ties into the name of this song Adderall. Like there was like a lot of stuff that I found myself like wanting. It was just so much happening, but in like a great way, you know, not in a oh my gosh, I feel overwhelmed, but in a wow, there's so much happening and I want to keep listening to the song over and over again so I can just pick it apart and like really appreciate all of the craftsmanship that went into it.
Oh yeah, and I definitely did. I played it like 3 times over my
Yeah.
first playthrough.
Yeah, it's a good one. 10 out of 10 recommend. But yeah. Next up we have Close Enough to Closure. I will say that I've made a very Noah note on this one. I said the drums are tight. Like they
They
are
are.
so good. And again with the mixing and mastering effects, like at the around the 220 mark, there
Yeah, that
the
like chorus
vocals.
effect.
Yeah, they had yeah,
Yeah.
I it was like kind of synthy almost. I was just like, "Whoa, this is awesome." Like this wasn't something I was expecting on an EP like this. With like the preconceived notions I already had of the band, it was something I didn't expect and I that just made me appreciate it even more. That like I don't know, they were so much more than I had already anticipated.
Yeah, it kind of blows my mind. They have two other EPs out. One came out in 2018, one came out in 2019.
Mhm.
And so you hear this and you would think this was a band that's been around forever and know what they're doing. Like they know exactly how they want to sound. They know like exactly what they need to do in the studio to make it sound great. And you go to listen to their older songs and there's nothing there. It's like 8 other songs. It blew my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. It I don't know, they just know who they are. That's, that's great. Um, okay, next up we have I have no idea how to pronounce this title all the way, so I apologize. It's Rancho Cucamonga, I'm assuming. I have no idea.
Something like that.
It is something like that.
It has a really cool intro to it.
Yeah, it does. And again, it just really reminded me of Belmont, and the screams in this one gave me a very like Tim from Rise Against kind of feel. And I will say that the vocals were especially crisp. There's this one part where he sings "Learn to Love Again," and it just was like, ah, chef's kiss. Like I just, ah, it was explosive and like infectious and enthusiastic, and it was everything I ever could have wanted.
Yeah, I love how they were kind of like passing the clean and scream vocals back and forth through this song. It
Yeah,
was awesome.
yeah. um, Shit. And then next we have my favorite. This was my favorite. This was my favorite. This was Alchemy. And apparently again, like I was reading the comments on this on the YouTube video because I remember when this came out, I think in like July or something. It came out a couple of months ago. And I remember when it first came out, it was an ad for me. I was watching Knuckle Puck, and it came on as an ad, and I was just entranced. I was like, "Whoa, this is somebody I need to listen to more." And it just gave me it gave me like a weird, not weird, it gave me a kind of a feel of like post-hardcore, but also like the story so far. I don't know. It was awesome.
It is
Awesome.
awesome.
Yeah.
It I put a note down for this song. It's like this band really likes to go all out for their intros and outros.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh, yeah. I agree 100%.
I like to at the end before the last chorus and the outro, for like a measure, it starts like an acoustic guitar and nothing else. Like I thought the song was over,
Mhm.
and out of nowhere it just hits you with like this like kind of breakdown into the last chorus, and I got so hyped. I'm in my apartment just like head banging like crazy. Like this
Mhm.
is insane.
Yeah. I yeah. And then like it finishes up with the long it's this is the longest song on the EP. It's like 3:30 and some change, but I didn't even care. Like I
Yeah.
long songs to me sometimes like I'm a little hit or miss with cuz I'm it's really hard for my attention span to like make it sometimes. But I didn't even care that this was the longest song on the EP. Like the screams were amazing. The energy was just top tier, never ending, like unadulterated, like I don't know, unadulterated angst, unadulterated honesty. Like it was just a clear example. I think it really was a clear example of how strong their musicianship was.
Oh yeah, my favorite part about this song was the drums through it.
Yeah, of course.
There's yeah, yeah. I can't defend it. It's
Mm,
true, but they just had really cool build-ups throughout this whole song. Like there'd be these cool little drum fills and kind of build-ups, and it just that's what caught my eye throughout this whole song.
yeah.
Most of the time you get one, maybe two if you're lucky. In this song, they're just all over.
Mhm.
And
Damn.
then it had a cool build up to that outro for this song too. It was a really cool way to end an EP.
Mhm. Yeah,
I
it gave it
definitely followed them on Apple Music, and like I can't wait for them to release some more stuff now.
Yeah, same. I hope to see them in the future live because I feel like they kill it. And I hope to see them on tour with, Belmont. I think that would be a perfect
That
pairing.
would be a great pair.
That would be a great pair. I'd be so happy. Yeah, so I mean, let's hope that happens at some point in the future. What would you give this EP out of 10?
Eight. I'd give it a solid eight.
A solid 8? I am gonna give it a 9, surprisingly enough. Like, I mean, I would give it a 10 if I could, but I feel like perfect 10s are like
Rare, yeah.
rare. Yeah, I feel like I would give this a 9. Like, I found myself entertained the entire time. I mean, there were only a couple of parts where I was just kind of like, eh. Like, there was like maybe only like a couple moments where I was like, okay, I kind of want to move on to the next song. But like, I don't know, I found myself just over and over again having my mind blown, and I was just happy. I was just very, very happy.
Yeah, I listened through this whole EP like multiple times in a row because it's so short but yet feels like long at the same time. It finishes and you want more.
Yeah, I was
You
very
can't help
sad when it
it.
ended. It was very sad. Um, well, cool. Wilmette, we hope if you're listening to this, thank you for putting out such an awesome EP. And when the world gets back to a sense of normalcy, we hope to see you on the road. And I guess that means that we have to move on to our next one. Our next EP, Noah has been raving about this and has been so hyped for this for literally weeks. Whenever we decided to start doing this series, he was just like, we need to cover the Goalkeeper EP. And I was just like, okay, here we go. I think Goalkeeper was one of the last bands I saw before the pandemic. I'm pretty sure.
Really? I'm
Yeah, because
jealous.
my friend Tori, he's in this band called Bloom, and they were on tour with Goalkeeper. And I went to go see them, and I was just blown away. I was like so blown away. Uh, like a band I had no like concept of before, just kicked the door down and was like, "Hello, we're here to change your world," and they did. So I know that you've been a fan for much longer, so I really want you to take the conversation on this, but I do have some notes that I'll share about it, but I want you to lead the conversation on this one for sure.
I actually haven't known them that long, so
You've
I
known
had a
about them longer than me. I know that for a fact.
yeah, I'd say 6 months now, roughly.
Mhm.
About 6 months ago. It was over quarantine because I mean I
Mhm.
think everyone deep dove and found a whole bunch of new music over
Yeah.
quarantine.
Yeah. Okay, well then yeah, maybe we have known about this band around the same amount of time.
Yeah,
Never mind.
yeah. My friend Tyler posted something about it like these guys are awesome. Everyone needs to listen to it, and every other music recommendation he's given me has been solid. So it's like, all right, I'll check them out,
Mhm.
and instantly was hooked. I went and saved their EP, their few singles they had, and then it wasn't much later after that they announced they were going to release this EP with a single coming out soon, and I was so hyped for it. I think it was about then I was like, we need to cover this. It's like in some way, shape, or form, I'm covering this.
Somehow needs to happen.
But let's
Yeah.
just get right into
Well,
it. Life
let's
in
get
Slow
into it.
Motion, the
Mhm.
EP by Goalkeeper.
Yep.
It opens up with the second single off of it, Just Say It.
Mhm.
And it starts out kind of with a build up. And I just remember the first time hearing it in my car on lunch at work because they sent me the track while I was at work, and I instantly was like, I'm going to lunch. I need to hear this in my car, in my car. And it kind of builds up and then like punches you when you get to the chorus, and it all hits you at once from that whole like 45-second build up. And it gave me the chills so bad. I replayed it from that point like 3 times before I even finished the whole song. It is such a jam.
Yeah, it
And
really
there,
is. It has a really strong chorus. It is so hooky, and I remember this from the live show. I'm pretty sure they performed it whenever I saw them. I'm not 100% sure, but the one thing I will say is I remember the lead singer Ryan having such a great voice live, and then hearing him start with "Just Say It." Like I was just like, wow, this guy sounds great all of the time.
yeah,
Like I don't
he
think he can ever
he's
sound
great.
bad. I mean, I'm sure maybe if he's like sick or something, but like I've never heard I've never heard him sound terrible. Like he's great.
And their drummer Cody, he's the man. He kills it on the drums. He, I think, not to like compare other bands to each other,
Hmm.
but kind of like how Blink was all right, but then Travis came in, they blew up.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of what they have with Cody. Not that they had a drummer before Cody, but like he takes what's already great and just makes it that much better.
right. Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. Honestly, when I was listening to this EP and watching the music videos and stuff, because wanted to kind of get more of a feel for like who they were, like, because in the music videos you can somewhat get a feel for like their personalities and stuff. And what I noticed about Cody is he's like very like I don't know, almost kind of goofy, but like he like is so energetic and so into what he does. Like, I feel like, yeah, if he was not there, Goalkeeper would be a very different band.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean with Mark's and Ryan's talents, it'd still be great.
I mean,
I
yeah,
should
Mark and
say I
Ryan
should
are
say
so
Merv.
talented too. Yeah.
They have a joke on Twitter right now. Everyone's calling him Merv. I don't know where it originated, but I thought I'd throw it in here.
I don't know
Merv, Ryan, and Cody.
if somebody can tell us in the comments why uh Mark is being called Merv, that would be really great.
All
I don't know.
right,
Or on Twitter,
let's
please add us and tell us
add
why
us.
Mark is Merv. Um,
Let's move on to Graveyard.
yeah.
This song lived up to all the hype it had because they were hyping this song up before the release because they were going to release a video with it on the day the EP came out. And it lived up to all the hype. The drums on it were sick right away, right off the bat. The drums were insane. The chorus is not only very relatable, but it's so catchy too. You find yourself singing, and you're like, wait, this is like my life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then at the end, it kind of builds up, and then there's just like this instrumental drop before it goes into the last chorus, and you can't not move around when it goes. It's so great.
Yeah, it really is. Again, like a graveyard made me want to like dance around my apartment and like I don't know, scream the lyrics, scream along. I don't know, it was just awesome. And I think that, one of the lyrics that really stood out to me was the line, "Give yourself some time to save you from your mind." I thought that was like, I don't know, that really stuck with me personally. And
Yeah,
in the music
same.
video, and yeah, and in the music video, in the description, it says that the visuals were based on a Twilight Zone episode where like the band are now like all washed up rock stars and Ryan's just like stuck in the past and he like is just, you know, uh, stuck wanting to relive his glory days and like watching old Goalkeeper music videos and and yeah, it's just you can see that the visuals for this really coincide with what the song is about, being stuck in your head and how time is kind of the only way to really like save yourself. Time and action. So, yeah.
Overall, a great tune.
Overall great tune.
Which brings us to the next great tune,
Oof.
Black and Blue. Talk about one that cuts deep, but at the same time you want to be dancing.
Yeah.
They
Oh
have
God.
That's like their sweet spot. The instrumentals are always kind of faster and upbeat, but then if you like actually sit back and listen to the lyrics, you're just like, oh, I should be sad.
I should be very sad. I should be crying. I don't know. The again, great writing.
Oh
Growing up
yeah.
taught me to carry my weight, but life is a distance and I'm out of shape. Oh God, that hit me right in the heart. Like I just felt it deep, and I just I don't know. The toned down bridge section before the last part was fire. I really
Oh
love
yeah.
when bands do a very like stripped down bridge. Not that it was stripped down to like just acoustic or whatever, but it was like
I know
just
what you mean.
very
Yeah.
yeah, it was just very toned down from in contrast to what we had been like previously introduced to on the song. And then it just like kicks you right in the ass like in the last part. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it's such a good song.
Mhm.
They are just such a good band. I think after their first full length comes out, they're gonna become a household name. I
I
give
hope
it a few
so.
years.
I
They're gonna
really
be
hope so.
huge. If they
Uh,
keep going how they're going now, they'll be huge. There's no way they can't be.
yeah, true. True, true, true. We just need the world to, you know, go back to some kind of normalcy first.
Exactly.
Yeah. uh, but yeah, the next song is probably one of my favorite ones, Happy.
It's not only my favorite one on this, but it's one of my like all-time favorite songs at this point. I've listened to it so many times.
Really? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Wait, okay, am I the only one that thought this? But in the beginning, I thought Mark Hoppus was singing. Did you hear
So
that?
when I first discovered Goalkeeper, I listened to a song. I think it was "Nothing at All"
Hmm.
was the one I heard, but that was my first thing I thought was this guy sounds eerily similar to Mark Hoppus.
Yeah, I was just like,
It's
what?
not always. It's just like if he's hitting the right notes, like saying the right things, you're just like, what?
Yeah.
You'd kind of double take at it. But yeah,
Yeah, I had to rewind for a second. I was like, "What? Wait, is this a feature? Is this a feature that I wasn't aware of?"
that'd be a huge future.
Oh my gosh, that would be a huge feature. Like, I don't even know how they would have kept that a secret. Like,
Right? Like not even credit him. You're just that cool. You don't even credit Mark
it's
Hoppus
just
on your
so cool you
track.
don't even credit Markov. I don't know. I honestly, I do hope to, if things work out for this band, I do hope that they can have a feature at that level for
Oh,
them.
well,
That would
with
be so dope.
with the way they play their music, I could see him on a bill with Blink for sure.
Yeah,
The
they
style,
have,
music,
they,
their energy.
yeah, they have a, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to overtalk.
You're good.
But they have a very like early in that song in particular. They gave me like a very early 2000s kind of feel. Uh, and I don't know, it's just it was a great song. It was my favorite. I think probably because like it's I don't know, again like really great writing on. I'm assuming Ryan's part. I don't know who
I
out of the
know
band
on
is the
Twitter
writer.
they've mentioned they all kind of write.
They all write it together. Okay, well
Yeah.
then yeah, great writing just in general on the band's part. Whoever
I
made this the best.
I personally think this is going to be one of their iconic songs. So to go back to Blink references, 98 is when Dude Ranch came out, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And they close every show with Damn It. They don't play one show without Damn It. And I think Happy's going to be Goalkeeper's Damn It. I think 9 albums later, 22 years later, they're still playing shows. They Happy will be on the bill.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that for sure. Um,
It's an iconic song.
yeah, it's great. But and then we get to the last one though, and this is only a 5-track EP, but I wish it could have just been longer.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
last track, This Is Fine. I don't just God, it cuts deep also because it's just talking
Yeah, it
about wanting to
does.
feel something, feel anything. Ugh, damn, it's just kills me. It's great.
It cuts deep. And then all their songs cut deep if you listen to the lyrics, but they played into it with the instrumental on this song.
Right.
The
It really did.
instrumental makes you feel sad, and then you get those lyrics.
Mhm.
I think it
Yeah.
was funny though on Twitter today, actually, because I don't really do social media that much. I get on to promote like all punked up stuff for Twitter and like on Facebook every once in a while. I'll get on and scroll, see if someone in my family or whatnot is doing something. Well,
Mhm.
today on Twitter, when I got on to promote some all punked up stuff, I actually saw that meme with the dog sitting drinking coffee at the fire. This is
Mhm.
fine. And someone added Goalkeeper and said, "Hey, it's like your song." And they replied, "That's exactly why we named that song This Is Fine." Was
Oh
this
my
meme.
gosh. That's
And
amazing.
it's such a great way to describe the song too. Everything around you is on fire. This is fine.
This is fine. This is gonna be so fine. Oh goodness. That's great that they basically just took a meme and made it a song.
Yeah,
Um,
is
I think some of my favorite things about this, overall, I think it was a very strong ending. I loved the group vocals that were at around the 2-minute mark. I'm a sucker for a good group vocal.
oh yeah, same.
And then like the last 20 seconds of the song, like the vocals are done. The last like 20 seconds is just pure instrumentals, and it like eases you kind of like into a state. Well, it like eases you into silence, kind of like into almost a state of like nothingness. Because the past like 5 tracks, or I guess like the past 4 tracks, and then you get to this, like to up until the last 20 seconds of this, has been nothing but nonstop energy, nonstop emotion, nonstop I don't know, nonstop Goalkeeper. And then in the last 20 seconds, it's like it's kind of like saying almost like, okay, the story is ending on this EP. This chapter is coming to a close. We're gonna ease you into, it being over. And it like just slowly quiets, slowly like, you know,
It
cuts
kind of
back almost. It's great.
it
It was
gives
a
you that time to relax and collect your emotions after losing all of them throughout this whole
yeah,
EP.
yeah, it gives you time to collect your emotions because now they're all over the floor. Like it's it was great. Overall, like for me, I would give this. Oh man, it was hard to score this one. Cause
It
I
is.
again, I didn't want to like just give it a 10, but I think I would give this one an 8 out of 10.
I gave it a
So
9.
you would give it a 9? Okay, well, I
Oh
guess we just reversed our scores from the Wilmette.
yeah.
Yeah, I will say I'm gonna give this a strong 8 out of 10. It was really great. I enjoyed the energy all the way through. Um, I think, yeah, I just liked it. I liked it a lot. I recommend you listen to it, please.
I do too. I am very excited to hear what else they have to come out with in the future.
Me too. I'm excited, and I hope to see them again on the road.
Yeah, I can't wait. I will drive to Pennsylvania and watch them play if that's the only place they're gonna play, because that's where they're from. And I have a
Yeah.
feeling when things start slowly opening up, things are just gonna kind of stay local for a bit.
I mean, that was not the worst plan in the world. Um,
No, it's not,
yeah,
but this band would be worth the road trip for me. It'd be like
yeah.
a 10-hour car ride.
Oh, geez, that's
Yeah,
insane. Goodness. Well, I mean, if it's worth it, it's worth it. Just get an
exactly.
Airbnb or something, or
Oh
sleep
yeah.
in your car. I don't know. I don't know. I live in New York, so like it's just, eh.
I'm like dead
There's a
center
lot of
in
bands here.
Michigan. I got
Oof.
quite a drive to see anyone. I have to go all the way to Detroit just to see like my technically local shows.
Oof. Jesus.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Yeah. Not ideal at all. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in for this double EP episode featuring Wilmette and Goalkeeper. We really hope that you check them out. Noah and I both really loved these two releases. And we hope that you love them as much as we do. And if you don't, that's okay. And, we would really like, to start a conversation in the comments, talk about what you liked, what you didn't like, what you felt kind of meh about. And we hope that all of you are having a great day, evening, or afternoon. And we hope you tune in to the next one. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for listening.
Bye, guys. Have a great one.